Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Sarita. I have a snow day today. Many of you probably do. I'm recording this on Monday. So yeah, I'm home and really enjoying a bit of a moment. Also taking the opportunity to clean my house, which is a disaster zone from the holidays, etc., etc. So I keep pushing myself through and saying, you know, this house is gonna look amazing. You're gonna feel more productive afterwards. So that's what I'm doing. But along those lines, I owe you some videos. So today, let's, again, in the spirit of organization, I have had so many candles sitting here off camera on my kitchen counter. It's not okay. And taking all my space away. And so for that reason, if nothing else, we're gonna talk about a haul. So this haul is going to be multifaceted. It's mostly Homeworx that I got from TJ Maxx and Marshalls, some things that I did not, and then a few other candles that I bought also at TJ Maxx and Marshalls or other places. I have a Sephora haul as well. So just some odds and ends here. I need to get them processed in my house in their little nooks and corners going forward. So let's start out with Homeworx. I bought these candles over the last 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. It was before Christmas that some spring-ish candles started to drop in various places, and I snapped them up. And I'll tell you why. Because I found a trove of this. Look how gorgeous. How gorgeous is this amazing, like, fuchsia lilac color, right? Friends, it's Tiare Sunrise, and it's $12.99 in this packaging. Yes, granted, it's a 3-wick, but oh my gosh, how stunning. And Tiare Sunrise is one of my favorite candles of all time, certainly one of my favorites from Harry Slatkin and Homeworx. Oh my gosh, and I just love the color so much. I have 4 of them now. I know it's not okay. It's not okay. That being said, it's 4 candles for the price of 1 Nest candle. So I'm gonna put it in that context. I don't know. I guess I can probably give them as gifts. Obviously, if you're familiar with Tiare Sunrise, it's a very like summer, but you could get away with spring too. Tiare being a very like tropical kind of flower. I am a tropical girl. Ooh, I wouldn't mind even lighting this up soon, like maybe in February. And now that I have like 17 of them, I can, no problem. Oh, it's so beautiful. I am just kind of living. And yes, I did in my internal dialogue be like, first of all, why are you buying all of these? You already have like 2 backups of Tiare Sunrise. Second of all, leave some for other people. Like, you don't need to be like a greedy bee. Like, leave some for other people. But unfortunately, the devil on the other shoulder did win out. So all 4 of these are mine. Mine. Keep a lookout in stores, because there's a lot of like some OG Harry Slatkin fragrances that are being poured in these amazing glass vessels that we're finding at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And if you can put up with a 3-wick or especially if it's a fragrance that performs. I find that fragrances that perform don't really care if it's 3 wicks or 4 wicks. You know what I mean? A candle that performs is gonna perform, whether it's 3 wicks or whether it's 4. And conversely, a fragrance that does not perform will not perform even if you give it 17 wicks. You know what I mean? So that is Tiare Sunrise. In my experience, Tiare Sunrise isn't like a powerhouse, but it definitely has a decent performance. So I don't care. I don't care what kind of performance it has. I couldn't I couldn't pass this one up, and I have a backup or two of this one, Jasmine Rain, and it was $12 because they put it on clearance, and I was like, stop, I need it. Come into my cart. Oh man, I love this candle. I almost love this candle as much as Tiare Sunrise. I discovered it last year. While it says Jasmine Rain, it's actually Freesia Rain. And I love Freesia. I think it's a very underutilized fragrance note. Yeah, it's dewy, and it really does smell like a very refreshing kind of rain with this amazing soft Freesia note. Oh, it's great. It's really great. And it also performed fairly well as well. So again, one of my top candles from Harry Slatkin. And do you know that it means even more in that I wouldn't describe myself as a floral person. Like, I kind of am wary of florals. They can just get heavy so fast. They like kind of choke you out. Then they can get kind of perfumey. Like, I just am not a huge floral person unless it has a really serious green botanical angle, i.e. the stems, the leaves, etc., etc. This one does, I mean, Jasmine Rain does have a beautiful aquatic, dewy kind of green note, so that's fantastic. But like Tiare Sunrise doesn't. And given how much amber Harry Slatkin tends to use with his candles, it is a vote of real confidence for me to say that these are two of my favorite candles of all time. I really think this is one of, he has many strengths. This is one of Harry Slatkin's strengths, is a beautiful floral, often with a fruity finish. So nice, so nice. Man, he has those, he just knows how to create an amazing floral fragrance that isn't too heavy, but is also authentic, but is also light, but is also every bit floral. Like, it's a yes for me. It's a yes. All right, going the Harry Slatkin route too. I have this one, I burned it, and I did not think I was going to repurchase it, but here we are. Golden Bamboo in one of these amazing like hobnail glasses. I bought this in one of the like really fancy boxed ones last year, and I burned it, and I thought it was okay. But for me, it was a little bit too perfumey, and it wasn't green or botanical enough. And what's more, you did have to burn it about 5 or 6 hours to reach the soy sweet spot. And then once you hit the soy sweet spot, it started to throw. And at that point, it was just a very like honeyed amber note. So for me, when I see a candle called Golden Bamboo, I want green. I want green, or I want something a little bit more austere and spa-like. I picked this one up because this one smells incredibly green. In fact, I wonder if it's a mispour. I think it may be a mispour because this one straight up smells like, I mean, almost no floral. Like, it smells like a very fragrant, vibrant, like even like a rose stem or something like that. Very green vine. Do I think it's gonna be a little on the weak side? Yes, but it's like one of those really botanical like notes. This says fresh bamboo, pink jasmine petals, bergamot leaves, and green woods. When I initially hauled that like boxed version, I said, I don't think this fragrance smells like the notes. I'm not getting a whole lot here that's floral or green. And reading the notes, I feel like I should be getting a lot of green and some floral. This smells exactly the way that the notes indicate. So maybe it was the boxed version that was incorrect. That perfume conceptual, maybe that was the wrong candle. Oh my gosh, guys, help me out, especially if you're Homeworx people. This is a completely different candle than the one that I burned last year. I mean, full stop, full stop. So the question is, which one is the real Golden Bamboo? Unless the fragrance has been reformulated, one is not Golden Bamboo, if you know what I mean. I bought it and I'm really excited to burn it because this is way more up my alley than an amber perfume conceptual, if you know what I mean. All right, oh, I have another one of these. I bought this, again, $12.99. This is a Birchwood vanilla. I ended up giving these out for Christmas, but I have a couple kind of hanging around. Birchwood vanilla, by the way, is a very good example of a fragrance that is so powerful that I'm sure that 3 wicks will be fine. And to be perfectly honest, I might enjoy it more with 3 wicks. I mean, it's an overpowering kind of candle. So yes, again, oh my gosh, I can still smell it just from having opened that lid one time. Wow, that's like a Bath and Body Works, like twisted peppermint, Paris Cafe level strength, if you know what I mean. And in my experience, that is kind of how it burns. So just gotta kind of really like that fragrance. Fantastic fragrance to be burning here in January and February. So if you do see it, then something to get. By the way, I'm sorry that this keeps, I've got all my devices here buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. How do I get, oh, maybe this? Sorry guys, I got a new iPad and I'm a little confused about how it works. I'm more of a, fun fact about me, I am more of a PC kind of girl. I've never had a Mac in my entire life. That said, I did have the iPod before it became the iPhone. Yes, I'm that old. And I bought the first iPhone and like haven't really looked back. So my phones have always been iPhones. And I did have one iPad, like the first or second generation one. And I ended up like selling it at a certain point because I didn't really use it that much. And then when I sold it, it was like basically completely obsolete anyway. When you turned it on, it took like 7 minutes to boot. So I am like somewhat familiar, but this is a brand new iPad for this year. I'm gonna use it for choral music actually. Anyway, you didn't need all of that, but yeah. It is kind of like not the newest generation of iPad, so oh my gosh, that has a lightning like attachment thing. Lightning is so outdated. I cannot even, I literally didn't have a lightning connector in my entire house. I gave like this huge ass bag to my sister in Columbus, Ohio, and now I'm like, I should have kept one of those chargers. Anyway, close parentheses. I think I turned that off, so you're gonna stop hearing notifications. Okay, the only other Homeworx ones that I have are actually from QVC. So I bought one of the vaunted, what's his name? Elton John collabs. I bought a set and I'm gonna send it back. I've never sent anything back to QVC, so I hope it's an easy breezy process. But yeah, I got this set and I could tell from smelling it that I was gonna get no strength or throw out of these candles. And literally everyone who has reported on this particular fragrance say that there's no strength and throw. And friends, I'm just not playing that game. I'm not playing it. Also, the fragrance, while I like it, is redundant of other Homeworx fragrances. So again, I'm out. The fragrance in question is Wood Smoke Vanilla. And actually, I do really kind of like this vessel. I think it's super cool. I mean, I don't know that we need the piano things or the tacky gold lid. They could have at least put a glass lid on it. I mean, look at this. Frankly, this looks more expensive than this. So, like, they should have opted for a glass lid with a gasket, a la, which is what makes these, like, glass ones from TJ Maxx and Marshalls a really, like, a pro Best Buy. Look, they have those, like, $12.99? Come on now, come on now. These are 3 wicks as well. So this was a 3 wick rather than a 4 wick. It's got a tacky gold lid, but this glass part of it, I like the color very much. I lean a little bit masculine, so I kind of really like this aesthetic. I like the neutral, I think it's cool. Wood Smoke Vanilla is smoked vanilla bean, aged spices, faded leather, and cedarwood. All up my alley. Okay. It's actually got clove in it, and I believe a touch of cinnamon. So to be perfectly honest, it's feeling a little bit too holiday-ish. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily smell it and think holiday, I don't think, but with the high clove and the cinnamon, it kind of goes that direction. If they had stuck with clove and maybe added a leather note or a vetiver note, and they have, I think, but unfortunately, this candle is so faint, and so all I'm getting is those top notes, which are like clove primarily, a whisper of cinnamon, and vanilla. Those are like the three. And then I'm sensing that there's some like dusky, musky, like base notes down in the bottom. But frankly, the candle is so weak, I can hardly discern them. Friends, it's a no. It's a no. If you want a candle like this, I actually highly recommend Candle 42 from Bath & Body Works, which I just brought recently back to your attention. Candle 42 was one of the limited editions last year, and it also has a cinnamon note in it, but does not necessarily smell like the holidays. And it has a very robust leather note in it, along with vanilla cream. Kind of what I think this one was going for, question mark. But that 42 is just much better executed and actually has strength and throw. This just doesn't. Also, if you're interested in Homeworx, something similar, you might try Black Tie. I love the Black Tie candle. Black Tie is a bit bassier than this. Really, the most impressive part of this candle is the high clove note. And it is a beautiful clove note. I should say that. I should acknowledge that. It's a beautiful clove note. It's not some like dusty ass, like, you know, rolling around your kitchen, you know, drawer kind of clove. It's not a ground clove. It's not a clove oil. I mean, it's a really nice, high, bright, authentic clove. With kind of, and I am getting a little bit of a smoke dimension to it. So it's like a smoked clove. And actually that's a really, really beautiful note. Really gorgeous. And a little bit different than some of the candles that I've smelled. I don't know that I've smelled one of the Homeworx candles that has that amazing smoky clove note. But obviously the candle needs a bigger dimension and a richer dimension. Actually, lavender is fine. Tonka bean would be even better. But like this candle is coming in at like, I mean, if it weren't for the clove note, it would be coming in at a 2. The clove note is making it come in at like a 4. So the clove is really the thing here. But yeah, this is a no for me. And then when there haven't been that many people who bought it, but the people who bought it said, oh my gosh, don't even bother, it's virtually unscented. So unfortunately, this duo is going back to QVC. I just kept it in its box and was like, yeah, it's a no. I don't know, I kind of feel as though this year, I don't know, I was thinking about Bath & Body Works, especially because I know I need to get out to the store pretty soon and make sure, first of all, that there aren't any surprise late boxes of semi-annual sale. And then obviously to be looking for some of those like new spring candles that they're gonna drop that have already been teased and actually reviewed in various places. If you're interested, check out Kent from Candle Channel. He's already reviewed like 3 brand new fragrances that haven't even reached any store that I've been to, so God bless. But he said that all of them were like extremely subpar and like the strength and throw was almost absent. And I'm just having a problem with it. I mean, you should have a problem with it at any time of the day, at any time of the year, but like, am I gonna do this year? Am I gonna waste my time on these candles with no strength and throw? Am I gonna pay my money for that? If I know that a reviewer that I trust says that it's unscented once it's burned, I don't know. Folks, I just don't know if I can do it. You may have a lovely fragrance, but no, I have too many other candles. I do feel a little bit of a responsibility as a reviewer to like review, even if I know they're not gonna be great, you know, just so that I can confirm that expectation for all of you. But like, I don't know if it's worth it even for me, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's proceed to our non-Homeworx aspect of this video. I picked up a few candles from Target recently for like 50% off. They were $5. And they were in these like tins right here. And they're 3-wick, which is good. They pull out really, really great. I've got one that's in the bedroom right now. And I have Forest Fir right here, which is just kind of a really nice, like, sprucey tree, generic. Fireside Glow, which kind of smells like an amber. An amber, a vanilla, a clove, but this one really does smell like kind of a clove oil. And then Alpine Santal, which actually I was most interested in, because it's the most interesting. It's fresh and clean and soapy, but actually it's fantastic. It's a beautifully balanced candle. To be honest, I have the cashmere, I think it's vanilla cashmere, in the guest bathroom right now. And guess why it's in the guest bathroom? Because it's a hate burn. Because it has literally no strength and throw with all of its 3 wicks. So, also it was a weird candle once I burned it. Like in the store, I'm like, oh, it's great. And then when I started burning it, I'm like, what is this? It's like some vague, cheap cinnamon vanilla. Like, no. So even though they were only $5, they're $5. I think I'm gonna keep Alpine Santal because I think it's really nice. And I so rarely like soapy candles. So I think I'm gonna keep that one and see how it does. And I think I'm gonna return these two, get my $5 back. That's $10. That's $10 that I can spend at Target in some other way. Man, I really always give Target a chance, and I really want them to do well because, you know, I'm a Target girl. I have a Target credit card. I love Target. I've never seen a company devote so much retail space and energy to candles and have most all of them be terrible. I don't know who is in charge of the candle department, the candle division at Target, but they need to be fired, very obviously. Like, they just need to completely reset. Pare all their candles down. I would start with that. If we can't make good candles, then let's stop making them. Let's stop making them. If we can only produce 10 good candles, let's devote all our energy to those 10. But I know that probably there are so many people who just buy candles at Target because they look cute. And Target is good at looking cute. I don't think that they're probably not serious candle buyers. And they must be making enough money off the backs of not serious candle buyers that they just don't care. I don't know what to say. This one I did buy from Target because I think it was Target because it was on clearance and I love myself no, maybe I bought it at Yankee. I think I may have bought it at Yankee actually. It was on a clearance at Yankee because it is owned. Chesapeake Bay is now owned by Yankee. So this is Midnight Forest. I've burned Midnight Forest before, but it is lovely and gorgeous and I'm gonna burn it again. It's a beautiful, lush jungle kind of fragrance with like almost a black pepper nuance to it. It's really fantastic. I love it. Green, 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 and black for black pepper. And I love it. I love it. So I'm really happy to get another one of those. Also another thing from TJ Maxx. I've said this before. This is one of my favorite candles from Illume. Illume, their far and away bestseller is Coconut Milk Mango, which I cannot too highly recommend. It is a fantastic candle, one of my absolute favorites of all time. Coconut Milk Mango does perform very well, pretty well. it performs in all of its vessels, but even in the tin, it performs well. You just have to make sure that it's pulled and that it's heated up. It will throw. So coconut milk mango, I can highly recommend. My second favorite though from Illume is this one right here, Paloma Petal. Although I do love winter white as well. No, I think I like Paloma Petal better because Paloma Petal is just so unique. I love it. Paloma Petal is a perfume conceptual, but it's got a lot of creamy sandalwood. Oh, it's so gorgeous. A lot of creamy sandalwood, a lot of amazing white floral, and a beautiful like grapefruit, fruity finish on the floral. So it's not like a true fruit candle, but it's like a Harry Slatkin fruity finish. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful too? It's a single wick with colored wax, and I just couldn't pass it up because it's my favorite candle. So there you go. This is a single wick. It is 10 ounces, and I got it for $12.99. So there you go. Paloma Petal right there. I bought one from, I think it was from, oh, I bought it at Nordstrom. I bought it at Nordstrom, and it was like way on clearance, so I can't remember exactly how much it was. I ordered it. But yeah, this is Thymes, as in Fraser Fir Thymes. This is their second like best candle, that used to be called, I think Heirloom Pumpkin. Heirloom Pumpkin. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. And Heirloom was spelled weirdly. I picked this one up from Nordstrom. It's called Pumpkin Laurel, which is sweet for me because my little sister's name is Laurel. And yeah, I actually thought it was a new fragrance. And I'm like, oh, what is Pumpkin Laurel? I need to smell this. But then when I got it, I'm pretty sure this is just Heirloom Pumpkin. And I think that they've just redeveloped it. They have renamed it, I think. Heirloom was spelled very weirdly, so Pumpkin Laurel is probably a better name. If you know more about this though, and it really is a new fragrance, definitely let me know. But I think this is just, I think they decided to just rename their pumpkin fragrance. This one is quite good. Really, really good pumpkin spice. That's all I can say for you. One of the better formulated pumpkin spices, but it will set you back. It will set you back because it is a expensive, pricey company. And then last but not least, I was at Sephora, I think in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, I was, because I wanted this particular Rare Beauty lip gloss. And I only have it at Sephora. So I was in Sephora. I was having a bad day, and I'm not really a makeup girly, but that day specifically, I was like, I'm just going to Sephora, and I ended up spending like an hour there. I just like trying things, putting on makeup, thinking about like the kind of girl I would be if I was into makeup. Kind of low-key envying all the other girls around me who seemed to know exactly what they were doing. I wish I could be that person. Just like so, I mean, I do wear makeup now because I'm getting to that age where it makes a difference, but I just like a very like light kind of natural bronzy touch, you know? But I wish I was one of those girls who could like do the amazing eye makeup. And I don't usually do my lips, although I do like a good lip gloss, but the eyes, I wish I could do like smoky eye, and then how they do like the highlighting and the contouring. I bet I would look really nice if I was contoured. But I mean, let's be real. I am such a low maintenance person. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, how did I sleep on my hair today? Will it be great? You know what I mean? Like I'm that kind of girl. So I just don't think I ever will be. Anyway, in this Sephora, they had a lot of their, like, you know how during the holiday season, the makeup companies will do like the little minis or the special holiday limited editions. A lot of those, Sephora was clearancing off for an extra 20% off, which is a really good deal because usually those makeup minis and stuff are already discounted, given the sum of the parts, essentially. So I was looking at those, and I did get something from Rare Beauty. But on this same table, replica candles. And these candles rang up at $28, which is still a pretty steep price for a 5.82 ounce candle. That being said, it was very discounted. They said these candles were $75. Are they really $75? Stop. Oh my gosh. It's a different tax bracket. It's a different kind of person. I mean, we could fantasize about that all day long. What if I was one of those people? And the thing about these people in this tax bracket, they don't even bother with Bath and Body Works. You know, it doesn't even matter to them that the quality of the burn and the quality of the candle might actually be better at a lower price point. It doesn't matter. When you have that kind of money, you would sooner die than have any candle that was like less bougie than like Diptyque. Anyway, God bless. These were 50% off, so it made them 35, and then they took an extra 20% off of that. So I've got two replica candles, which if you're not familiar, it's this Parisian like perfumer here, Maison Margiela. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Maison Margiela. I mean, that's how we would say it in an anglicized way. I can't even feign a French accent, so I'm not going to pretend. And they do a brisk business in these perfumes that have these labels that are like typed on that like look more bougie. I mean, look more hipster than they actually are. And they're supposed to be like snapshots of moments and memories or who knows what else. Anyway, I went ahead and got two. There were only two fragrances on clearance, and I got both of them because they both sounded up my alley. And I even went to the back and like tried the perfumes because I was like, ugh. So I believe their most popular or most famous one is this one, which is Beach Vibes. But I think it used to be called Beach Walk. So I was confused because like the perfume is called Beach Walk, but it's the same picture and the same fragrance notes. So I don't know but this candle says Beach Vibes. So I don't know why that happened, but I'm pretty sure that it's just their like, you know, vanguard fragrance here. The provenance, which is to say the geographical location, and the period is Calvi 1972. I don't know what Calvi is. Calvi is probably some island somewhere. 1972. So it's not only at that island, it's that island in 1972. Okay. That's the feel, that's the ambiance, etc. The fragrance description is sun-kissed salty skin. The style description is memory in a candle. Oh, but the style description is the same for all of them. Memory in a candle, okay? Do they have other dedicated fragrance notes somewhere here? They don't, I'm sorry. The perfumes have dedicated fragrance notes, and I suppose I could have looked that up. Should we unbox? I know I should probably leave it in its plastic, but you know, oh well. I only paid $28, so I don't care. Oh, look at that top. Like it's like a embossed there, and it's all the numbers. And apparently this is number 3. No, this one is number 3 too. So it must indicate something else. By the way, here's the other fragrance. We'll get to it in a second. I can smell it. It smells like suntan, but like the bougiest version of suntan. I'm not really a suntan girl. I don't understand when people are like, I want a candle that smells like suntan. Just put some suntan on and then you'll smell it. Why would you want your house to smell like suntan? Okay, let's open this bougie candle up. You know, really nice box, but to be expected at this price point. All right, and it just looks like that. Tiny, tiny candle. To be fair, it does seem fairly potent. It's a little powdery, a little more powdery than I would want it to be. There is a kind of brassy mineral white, beachy white floral kind of sunscreen note. But it is actually quite pleasant. It is kind of fresh, soapy, and powdery though at the same time. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know that it's like changing my life, and I don't know that it's entirely my genre, but I like it. And I do love the concept beach. All right, let's go to this next one, which I think is gonna be great too. This is From the Garden. And I was like, yeah, this sounds right up my alley too. From the Garden. And this is Puglia. Puglia is Italy, I know that. I am Italian enough for that. 1998 Puglia. Fragrance description is earth and tomato leaves. Ooh, yeah, that sounds up my alley too. Yes. Oh yeah. Man, I'm glad I got it. I really am. Open up. Okay. Open sesame. At that, like it's a kind of a greenish wax. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. Yeah, it does have like probably an amber back to it, so that I guess it could go for a perfume, but honestly this smells less like a perfume and more like a straight up authentic botanical kind of fragrance. Like, I don't know why you would want your skin to smell like a tomato vine. A certain kind of person, I guess. It's a true tomato vine, though. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Am I getting earth? I mean, it's not like a dirty candle, but it does have like some depth and earthiness to the green vine itself. I love it. I love it. This one was worth every bit of that 28. And we'll just have to see how they perform. We'll have to see. Often really bougie luxury candles just don't perform very well. That said, the diameter on those was so small. And it did smell pretty good, pretty potent on both of them. Might be okay. These are definitely gonna be splurgy treats though, for sure. I'll have to burn one for my birthday because I usually do try to burn like a bougie luxury candle for my birthday. So maybe I'll do replica. Yeah, maybe I'll do replica and well, they're both replica. Maybe I'll do beach vibes and save From the Garden for like April. Let's see. All right, my friends, that's it. That's all my things. I don't know that I'm gonna link anything down below. Some of these things are available, some are not. But I am gonna try to provide the timestamps so that at least you can see how they're spelled and everything if you wanna like look something up. Yeah, really nice. Actually, I kind of really like this haul. The Slatkin ones are going back, those Elton Johns. I don't understand why they would do that big of a collaboration, advertise it as heavily as they did, and then give Elton John like stupid underperforming candles. If I was Elton John, I'd be offended. And they went through this whole thing where it was like, Elton John knows his candles, he burns Harry Slatkin all the time. Well, if he does, then he's offended. I would be. I'd be like, these candles better perform. I'm sorry that I should even have to like insist upon that. Oh, God bless. Get that coin, you know what I mean? All right, I will see you guys later. I've got 4 Homeworx candles that I burned that need to be reviewed, and I've got 1 or 2 that I'm burning right now. So onward and upward. Thanks for joining me, my friends. I'll catch you in the next one.